Morning, everyone. Rick here with Rick and Deb's Awesome Adventures. Uh, we're here in Greensburg, Kansas, sitting in front of the Big Well Visitor Center Museum. We're actually going to go and look at the Big Well this morning. It was about a 3-hour drive from our home base. It is Wednesday morning. It's the 2nd of August, and it is about 10:15 a.m. So let me read the history about it and talk about some other things, and we'll go ahead and go on in. Okay, the history of the Big Well at Greensburg, Kansas. Construction began in 1887 at a cost of $45,000 to provide water for the Santa Fe and Rock Island Railroads, and finished construction in 1888. It served as a municipal water supply until 1932. It was designated as a national museum in 1972. In 1973, it was awarded an American Water Landmark by the American Water Works Association under the name of Greensburg Well, listed on the National Register of Historic Places since 1972. 2008, the well was named one of the 8 wonders of Kansas. It is billed as the world's largest hand-dug well at 109 feet deep and 32 feet in diameter. I will tell you, there'll probably be more history, but there was a man named George, I believe Green, and he had the stage line that ran from Kingman to here, and they named the town after him. That's why they call it Greensburg. So, I'm sure there's a lot more history once we get inside. Like I said, there is a museum, a visitor center, and then we actually will get to the hand-dug well. You notice I'm wearing my backpack. I got an extra light. I got my light bar on because I learned if you're going to go underground, make sure you have extra lighting and extra cameras in case something goes wrong. So, other than that, I think we're ready. So, come on along and let's go check out the Big Well here in Greensburg, Kansas. Okay, well, we paid our admission, and now we're at the visitor center right now. We're going to work our way to the museum and then down into the well. There was a tornado here in 2007 that pretty much wiped out Greensburg. It wiped out the visitor center here. It took them till 2012 to rebuild the visitor center, and it just devastated the town pretty much. Here's a map of the tornado that came through here back in May 4, 2007. That's when the tornado hit. So we're just going to kind of walk around here, look at their souvenirs, and then we'll get started. Here's a penny pincher, souvenir coins, and they have sweatshirts. They have t-shirts. They got all kinds of shirts. Okay. We'll just kind of walk around here. Oh, pencils. Huh. Oh, one of these tornado. You shake it up and it's supposed to get a tornado. Okay. Oh, pens. Well, I might have to get me a pen or something. They got a lot of souvenirs. They got a Greensburg, like little bag down there. Kaleidoscope viewer, stickers. Boy, they have a lot of different kinds of souvenirs. Hats. Magnetic puzzle. Videos. They got a lot to offer here in the way of, they even got coats. Look here. Jackets, rather. Not really a coat, but they have. Candy. Got a little bit of candy there. I think those are candles. They've got like pickled, like jalapenos and that sort of thing. Here's a Kansas Twister snow globe. Boy, they've got little things for your cans, for your aluminum cans. And they have coffee cups. Oh boy. I was hoping they'd have a coffee cup. Oh, it changes colors. Oh. Okay. I might have to get me one of these coffee cups here after a while. And they got, boy, quite the variety. I gotta watch out for my backpack. I'm not used to wearing one. And of course, t-shirts. And key tags. Key rings. Boy, howdy, they really got a good selection. I'm gonna have to check into a coffee mug here before we leave. They got some jewelry and magnets, of course. I might have to get me a magnet, the big well magnet. I'll probably do that here in a little bit. Get me a coffee cup. They've even got duck salt. That's interesting. And here's the map of people. They put pins in where they're from. And you can tell from our neck of the woods, it's just covered. I mean covered in pins. That's where we're right in this mix in here. And we've already got our mission page, so we're going to walk on around here. Welcome to the Big Well Museum. A EF tornado destroyed the town. In 2007, people rallied to rebuild it in different sustainable ways. Greensburg wouldn't have flourished without the Big Well. It was an engineering feat almost beyond compare then or now. And because of the inland sea, the Ogallala aquifer was so entrenched beneath the Earth's surface, the men digging had to go deep, 109 feet deep. Now here you go. This talks about Donald R. Green. Donald R. Green, 1839 to 1922, arrived in Kingman in 1876 and soon ran a prosperous stagecoach line. By 1886, his mail route was contracted for 100 miles a day, comparing its speed to the Wabash Cannonball, a fictional train and a folk song. He named the business Cannonball Stage Line. His matched teams were able to dash 8 to 10 miles an hour faster than the trains, he said. When elected to the state legislature in 1889, Green modestly said it was his first step to the presidency. Exceedingly successful, he eventually owned 70 stagecoaches and nearly 1,000 horses. But railroad expansion soon doomed his company. He migrated to Oklahoma in 1893, then to California, still seeking opportunity and renewed success. He is buried in Wichita, and I do believe that's what they named Greensburg after, was this Donald R. Green. In 1886, 3 railroads made propositions to Kiowa County the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe, the St. Louis and San Francisco, and the Chicago, Rock Island, Pacific. The new town's leaders knew they needed a large supply of constant water for steam engines in order to put their town on the map. The trains had already arrived at Kingman, about 60 miles east. The railroad winning the first concession was the Chicago, Kansas, and Nebraska Railroad Company, but the Santa Fe first steamed into Greensburg in June of 1887, with the Rock Island arriving 3 months later. For 9 glorious years, Greensburg had 2 regular trains, but then the Santa Fe pulled its tracks due to complex financial arrangements, and only the Rock Island survived. In fewer than 5 years, Greensburg blooms. The town prospered early. In 1885, the Kansas City Journal declared that Greensburg would be one of the most important cities in southwestern Kansas. By 1886, Greensburg had around 1,000 residents. By 1887, Greensburg's dirt roads supported at least 75 businesses and 3 churches and an active jail. The school was being built, and the courthouse was soon to arrive. Not to mention a population of over 2,000. Most of the energetic, enterprising, and social people on the globe, according to a local newspaper, plans were afoot to gain designation as a second-class city. And it says here, Walt, Greenburg has 2 bakeries, 6 groceries, a brass band, 1 feed mill, 2 tin shops, a good dentist, 3 laundries, 2 coal yards, a cigar factory, 3 churches, a fine city hall, 10 restaurants, a fine orchestra. Well, this thing just goes on and on and on. 2 stone quarries, 2 harness shops, 2 railway depots, 3 barber shops, 8 livery stables, and a whole other list. Implement house, plenty of good water, 3 hardware stores. It just goes on and on and on. Huh. Okay. How the well was built. Hard labor for 50 cents a day. About 116 cords of rock weighing nearly 10,000 pounds a cord were quarried from Medicine River between October 15, 1887 and May 3, 1888. Work began at 3 a.m. with blasting. Then men loaded the stone and hauled it to Greensburg, about 12 miles away. Laborers would then feed their teams, tie the lines to the seat in some way, and sleep as much as they could. Home at midnight, the routine would begin the next day for about 60 days. At the well site, about 30 men worked for 9 months, chosen at sunup, and paid 50 cents to $2 at sundown. With picks and shovels, they removed the dirt and cribbed the walls with wood to prevent it from caving in. Every 8 feet was braced from wall to wall with 2 feet by 12 feet planks. The dirt was scooped into a half barrel, lifted by ropes, through pulleys powered by a mule. Wide slat bottom wagons full of dirt were driven from the well to make roads for the town. The aquifer, water forever. Greensburg Rustler, November 10, 1887. There are about 4,000 gallons of water to the inch in the well, 48,000 gallons to the foot, or 480,000 gallons of water standing in the well when completed. This supply will be inexhaustible. Is that supply actually inexhaustible? Our third gallery will help you answer that question. And there's the water tower. Site of the world's largest hand-dug rock-walled well, Greensburg, Kansas, dug in 1885 during the boom days. A relatively brief life of a water fixture. Though the waterworks was key to the town's growth and an emblem of civic pride, it served Greensburg water needs until only 1900, when the population had fallen so drastically. The system was dug up, pipes and all, and moved to Alva, Oklahoma, about 75 miles southeast. Fortunately, Alva couldn't take the whole 2. When finally reinstalled in 1916, a new towered waterworks served the town until 1925, when the big well began life as a standby water source. When the state of Kansas condemned all open wells in 1933, the park and bandstand survived as a community gathering place, but the well was covered and out of business, but not out of water. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay. And there's lots of pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. Okay. We're going to kind of walk on around here and see what we can see. Reinventing the well as a tourist attraction. That was the old visitor center there. And here are some early souvenirs, I would imagine, from back in the day. Quite a variety. Property of U.S. Department of Commerce, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, National Weather Service, interference prohibited. This weather station was located at the city of Greensburg power plant and was used for many years to record the high and lower temperatures each day. For years, a city employee would record the high and low temperatures each day and submit the readings to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It was replaced as electronic equipment became available. We'll just kind of take a closer look at that. And here's what it was housed in. Wreckage revisited. Siren song. The siren screeched out its warning until a tornado ripped it from its perch. Green splotches of paint show the points of impact between the siren and the old water tower and the remainder of the violence of the tornado on May the 4th, 2007. So that's what that is, and then the remnants of that. Oh, here you go, an old penny scale. This penny scale was in the old Big Well Curio Shop prior to the 2007 tornado. This photo shows that it looked afterwards, amongst the rubble of the building. And there's a picture of it in the rubble. And here are some more items that were left from the tornado. This storm siren was atop Greensburg City Hall and blew the night of May 4, 2007 to warn residents of approaching tornado. There's street signs, a stop sign. That's just remnants of the damage from the tornado. Temporary street sign that was used after the May 4, 2007 tornado to mark Kansas Avenue, Highway 54, and Main Street intersection. Oh, interesting. Okay. Cash register parts, right here, found by Tammy Chance after the E5 tornado of May 4, 2007 on the northeast corner of Main Street and Florida Avenue. This was a location of the Bank of Greensburg, also known as Myers Opera House. The building was purchased by the county for use as a courthouse after the failure of the bank. It was built in 1887 and burned in 1913. And there again, these are just some remnants of the tornado. I think we missed some things over here. Let's go over here. Treasure from the bottom of the well. This money was recovered after the tornado. Pennies. A cord of stone, a building block, a stone conundrum. Numbers vary, but one story that is around 125 cords of stone were hauled from Medicine River to build the 2-foot thick walls of the well. A cord weighed about 7 tons or 14,000 pounds. If you could lift all the rock from the well, how much would it weigh? Our sample stone, smaller than most in the well, weighs 97 pounds. That one weighs 97 pounds. Wow. I think I missed some things. We're going to walk back around again. Give you the whole experience here. Now that's the stairway that leads to the well. And we're going to go down there in just a minute. Well, it goes way down there too. Look at that. If it's too dark down there, I've got an extra flashlight and a light bar, and hopefully that will illuminate it if necessary once we get down there. This oxen yoke was used in the digging of the big well in 1887 to 1888 to haul loads of dirt and stone with wagons. Okay. And here is a big meteorite, the world's largest palisite meteorite, the Space Wanderer. In 1949, H.O. Stockwell, with the aid of a modern metal detector and equipment rigged at the Peak Farm, uncovered the largest palisite found to date. The Space Wanderer weighed 1,000 pounds. The palisite was placed in the Greensburg Well Museum in 1949. There's a similar specimen weighing 740 pounds from the same meteor shower at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. And here's different articles from different magazines. Wichita Eagle, and it just salvaging what they can. The Wichita Eagle returning home to search. Just different articles. Okay, I'm going to make sure we get all this before we go down to see the well. There's a lot to see. This shows what the different, like there's EF5, EF4, EF3, EF2, EF1. It shows how severe they go as they go up the scale. On February 1st, 2007, just 3 months before the Greensburg tornado, researchers adopted a revised scale that they considered more precise, called the Enhanced Fuita Scale. The new scale accounts for variables such as the type and quality and building of construction. The Greensburg tornado was the first tornado to be assigned a rating of EF5. And here's some of the damage from that tornado. It just wiped Greensburg out, basically. They have rebuilt since I was here. Of course, I was here right after it happened. And it was a sight, I'll tell you. But, I don't know, I think we're about done in here. I'm not sure what's upstairs. I guess we'd go up there and look here in a minute. Anyway. What EF tornado damage looks like. Boy, that's crazy. Look at that. Radar allowed earlier warning saved lives. This quote was made by and donated to the Big Well Museum by Judy Dunn from Eureka, Kansas. What first drew me to this radar picture was the bright colors But as I worked on it, the heartbreak of all that was destroyed in Greensburg bore down on me. That's what this quilt represents, was that storm. And here's a card catalog library. I think we've been all the way around. Why don't let's go upstairs and see what's up there. There may be more museum up there, I guess. I'm not sure. Greensburg water history. Much of Greensburg's water history is tied to the railroad coming through town on June 3rd, 1887. The first train of the Kingman, Pratt and Western Railroad, a subsidiary of the Santa Fe, arrived in Greensburg. The name later changed to the Wichita Western Railroad. And there's just some pictures. The rail line ran from Wichita to the western Kiowa County line. The rail line came through Greensburg just a few feet to the south of this location, where it stopped to fill the water. Water was vital to steam engine operation and needed refilled about every 10 miles. In 1916, the big well was put back in service, a metal water tower constructed, and a new staircase put in the well. The well served the city from 1916 to 1925. In 1925, other water wells were dug around town, and the big well was a standby well. Kansas banned the use of open wells in 1932, and the well was no longer used as a municipal water supply. Wow, that's kind of sad. That really is. Here's a picture of the Last Supper. Well, nothing is left but God. God is enough. Last Supper statue. This object was in our dining room on our buffet table. We could not go into our dining room after the tornado because it was dangerously tipped into the basement. After the volunteers demolished what was left of our house, we saw that they had graciously put it on our curb for us to keep. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, that is very, very true. It says here, the miracle of faith. A town of 1,200 with 10 churches, many Greensburg residents relied on their faith to get them through that night and for the days and weeks following. Many of their stories revolve around their beliefs, and some even found manifestations of that faith which survived the blast, like that cross that survived the tornado. Losing everything almost. The third day after the tornado, when residents could return to their homes to try to save what they could, reality truly struck. One said, once you realize you and your loved ones are still alive, your mind races from one challenge, one obstacle, and one problem to the next. Even if your house were still standing, albeit with damaged roof and blown out windows, 2 nights and days of driving, gusting rain did its own particular damage. At times, a disaster seemed too large to comprehend or to clean up. And I imagine that is very true. In their shoes, taking cover, what are you thinking? You've heard of 100 tornado watches and maybe even a few warnings. You have stood on your front porch hoping to catch a glimpse of an elusive tornado. But this one is different. As you head to your basement or a shelter or the hospital or your neighbors or a closet or bathtub, what are you thinking? Where are the kids? The dog? What do I take? Could I die? What about my family? Yep, that would definitely be things you'd be thinking, I would imagine. Yep. This is the warning. National Weather Service, Dodge City, Kansas, and it just tells about the tornado warning remains in effect until 10 p.m. for central Kiowa County. It just tells about. It says a 1 in 1,000 tornado. Over 120 years after Greensburg was incorporated, it was virtually destroyed by the sheer power of nature, a vicious catastrophe that changed everything. On May 4, 2007, one of the most potent tornadoes ever recorded devastated 95% of the town and resulted in the death of 12 people. No recollection, no reportage, no picture can truly convey the damage wreaked by this E5 tornado. But what it didn't crush is the strength and resilience of the people of Greensburg or their stories, surviving, starting over, and giving thanks. That is very, very true. Okay, I think we're going to go upstairs and we're going to see what's upstairs. And then we will be making that descent to see the big well. I've heard about this big well literally all my life. I've never been here, so we decided we would go check this out. Okay, we're going to go upstairs here in a minute and see what's upstairs. Oh, I think I know what this is. It's a, you can look at the surrounding areas up here. So let's go check it out. Oh, I see. Check this out. So I got my camera positioned. You can literally look straight down to the well from here. Look at that. Ooh, doggies. See, 1, 2, 3. 3 levels from here down to the actual. It looks a little kind of dark down there, so I'm glad I brought an extra camera or lights. From here you can see the Greensburg City Hall. And you just walk on around. I thought that home just right across the street was interesting. Greensburg Green Tower Silo Echo Home. Oh, that's what that house is over there. Completed May 20, 2010. That's what that is. Greensburg Greentown Silo Echo Home. I don't know if it's going to come out on camera or not, but it's just, you might take a picture of that.
Which one?
That house right there. Kiowa County Schoolhouse, rooftop in distance. Oh, yeah, it's way over there. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to come out on camera. The 2007 EF5 tornado approached Greensburg from this direction. You can see a bare tree way off in the distance. There's still a bare tree after what, 16 years? And of course, there's part of the water tower there. When we get done with the actual well, I'm going to do a video of the outside grounds. Greensburg Water Tower, basin view, completed April of 2008. So this was completed after the tornado. Greensburg Water Tower, capacity 100,000 gallons, 140 feet. Located on the same site as before the tornado, previous water tower capacity of 55,000 gallons. So it's in the same spot that the other water tower. And then way off in the distance, there's a wind farm, but I know I won't pick it up on camera. It was completed March of 2010. 10 1.25 megawatt wind turbines supply a total of 12.5 megawatts of electricity to the town and beyond. And it's way, way off in the distance over there. Residential redevelopment. Many homes are now on larger lots or have unimproved lots beside them. The new homes are more energy efficient than the originals. And that's often that home addition out that way. The park and playground. The Big Well Park and Playground, completed May of 2008, constructed with the help of CBS Early Show. Oh, that's cool. And designed by BNIM. Okay. Lutheran Church. Other Greensburg churches are the Bethel Mennonite Church, the Bible Baptist Church, the Faith Tabernacle, the First Baptist Church, Greensburg Christian Church, Greensburg Mennonite Church, Lighthouse Worship Center, St. Joseph Catholic Church, and First United Methodist Church. A lot of churches. I think it said 10. And then they have a Kiowa County Memorial Hospital, completed March of 2010. Of course, now you know these were all completed after the tornado. They built all this since then. And the private geodesic dome residence. Now, I don't know. I don't see anything like that, but it may be out there somewhere. Okay. Greensburg Boy Scouts cabin and storage shed. Okay. It was replaced the 1935 structure used by Greensburg Scouts. A circle has no end. Be sure to get a map at the front desk and visit the places you've seen here. The 5.4.7 Arts Center, completed May 2008. And it's literally right across the street over here. Arts Center. It's right over there. Grain elevator, and you can probably see the grain elevator. One of 3 structures to withstand the tornado. And the stairs over there that you may not be able to see the stairs. I'll probably go down, we'll get a closer look. Those survived from the original First Christian Church. And there's some stairs right across, well, just across the street over there. They also have the SD Robinette building, constructed 1915, and it survived, and the Twilight Theater, located 1 block south of the original location. The Kiowa County Courthouse, renovations completed July 2009, constructed 1914. Okay. Greensburg City Hall, and I imagine you can see that. It's just right across the way over there. Completed October 2009. Kiowa County Commons, it is literally just right across the street, right over there. Completed October 2011. Contains library, media center, historical museum, and K-State research and extension. Prairie Point Townhouse, completed July 2008, and they're right across the street over there. We're right back where we started, so I think we're going to go down, and we're going to go visit the Big Well. Yeah, this is the very top level. And then straight down. Ooh-wee. Long ways down. I believe it said 109 feet deep. And we're making our way back down. Like I said, I'm going to do a video of the outside grounds. And There may be some things. We've seen an advertisement about an old soda fountain, so we may have to go check that out. Making our way down. That's just where we came from. Now we're working our way down. I think I missed one of these panels over here. Let me go over and take a look at that real quick. I missed some of this. Finders keepers, it says, lost yet found. Okay. There was something. Oh yeah. Okay, I think we're going to start ascending. Look at the rock wall, isn't that neat? Okay, that's right. Okay, we're going to walk on down here to see down into the depths of the hand-dug well. I love that rock wall. That is really cool. Feels like it's getting a little bit cooler as we go down. Let me just kind of look around here for you. There's just where we came from, right there, where that landing is. At each level, I think this is interesting. This little cavity here, I have no idea. Each level there is a platform that you get a little bit closer to the bottom there. That's still a very, see there's a platform. There's a platform, and I think I missed one up there, but no I didn't. I got that one. So, it's very well lit too. So far it's very well lit. Have had no problems at all. We'll see what it's like though as we get down. I came prepared though this time. If you go to underground places, you really got to be careful because some of them aren't real well lit. I learned the hard way when we went to the Wolf Underground, under the Wolf Hotel in Ellenswood, Kansas. Don't take it for granted that it's always going to be well lit. A bolt that held together the sections of the pipe that supplied the original water tower from the big well. Okay, that's interesting. And there's the lights, and so far so good. Now see, that's where we've descended from, and it goes in circular pattern. Now here's another platform that we can look out from coming up. And these little spaces right here, I really have no idea. Okay, here we go. Now we've descended another level, and it's getting closer. It's getting more visible as we go down. Real echoey too. These slots in here are kind of a mystery. I don't know. Unless there was beams or something that crossed this at one time maybe. I really would have no idea other than that. In fact, there's a piece of wood sticking out from that one. So these might have been beams that went across. And I'm taking my time now. See that way up there's where we started. There's where we were at the very, very top. And then as we go down, we're currently still descending. So far, no problem with the light situation. Very well lit, very happy with it. Plus there's a skylight at the very top. And that helps bring in light too. So yeah, I mean, so far it's great. No problems whatsoever. So, we've reached another platform, and we're going to look down. We're getting closer. Definitely getting closer. Looks like there's some kind of a shovel over there. There's a winch. We'll go down and check that out. Okay, we are still making our way down. Oh my goodness. Wow. And here's this mechanism here we're going to take a closer look at. This says electric winch, 700 pounds capacity. Please do not ride on the walls of the well or the stair structure, thank you. And then here's this. Now, what purpose this served? I really have no idea. I really don't. Here's another platform. We're going to look down. Wow, that's still quite a ways down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. This is as close as we get. I thought we'd go on down a little bit further. Nope, this is it. This is as close as we get. That's kind of disappointing. I thought we'd go all the way down, but no such luck. Okay, I think upon further examination, this looks like a seat or a chair. And you would sit in this and you'd be lowered on down into the actual well, the very bottom of the well. I took some pictures because I knew I'd better take them while I'm down here. And I'm going to be taking some more on the way up. But we are on the very bottom level now. This is it. This is as far as you can go. I thought we had one more level, but we do not. This is it. This is the bottom of the well. And I'm assuming this would have been filled full of water at one point. However, it's not any longer. But it's still nevertheless a very cool thing to see. If you're anywhere near Greensburg, I would highly recommend making that little drive and come visit the world's deepest hand-dug well. Now, we are now ascending back up to the top. Okay, now I'm taking pictures at every level. This is the Okay, this is the third level up, and we're going to take more pictures. Okay, we've got some more pics, and now we are going to go up to the next level. Okay, and this is the next to the last level. And we have explored all of the hand-dug well. Okay, there's my shoes. There's where I'm standing at right now. And you can see the lower levels where we just came from. So we're going to go on. Yeah, for some reason I thought we would be able to go literally all the way down to the bottom. But even the workers had a chair to sit in where they could go ahead and go down to the very bottom. Now we're up at the very top again. So take some more pictures here. Okay, we got done with the inside. Now we're going to check out the outside. They did a really good job. See, there's the water tower. And then here it says Big Well emblazoned on the building. Got some sunflowers over here. We're just going to kind of walk around here a little bit. It's going to be very, very warm today. 110 or something like that. It was 111 yesterday. So it's going to be a very warm, well, a very hot day. And this here is called the Fleener Beck Memorial Plaza. Okay, now we're going to go across the street. And over there, that's the Arts Center. Now we're not going to be going to that today. There's a rather unique looking sculpture right there. I want to take you over here and let you look at a couple of things. Remnants of the tornado. Okay, we grabbed a couple pictures of that. Now let's go back over this way and we'll look around a little bit. No, I really thought it would go all the way down the very bottom. It did not. But I can understand why. It's safety reasons and that, that sort of thing. Now we're back over here to the big well site. It was, of course, we're seniors. We got in for $6 a piece. I think the normal price is $8 a piece, which still is not bad. I don't think, not in this day and age, not bad at all. We're going to take a quick look around here and then have somewhere else we might be going here after a while. There's only like 4 people here while we were here, but most of them just want to walk down the well. There's a puppy dog, Dalmatian I think, and here's a sculpture of the tornado. Looks like that's very thick braided type wire. Let's go up here and see if we can take a closer look. Yeah, that's what that is. That makes up the image of the tornado. Let's look at it from this side. We kind of got to walk under the tree here. And that says caster iron. Oh, now here's a it says ball from Big Well of Greensburg tornado F5 2007. The ball from Big Well. Okay. And then it's got it's got a spout right there. I have no idea what the spout was for. Okay, well, we're going to go on. I think most of this is just a playground, but we're going to walk around here a little bit anyway. There's the playground right over there, and they got these concrete tubes I suppose the kids can crawl through. Oh yeah, there's been people writing graffiti in the tubes, of course. We'll just kind of make our way around. I just don't think there's that much in this little park. There's a pretty cool looking old bench there. That's different. Feels pretty good under the shade. Here's a big rock, it looks like. There's several of them. Got a rock wall that goes around the playground, and some more big rocks. There's a bench out in the sun. That wouldn't be a good idea like this. Okay guys, I think we're about done with this portion of the video. There might be more here in a little bit, but we're going to go find out. Hope you enjoyed touring the world's deepest hand-dug well here in Greensburg, Kansas. This looks like a remnant where there used to be a picnic table or something. It's no longer there. And of course there's a brand new, or looks fairly new anyway, shelter, picnic shelter. I don't think anybody's going to be going on picnics today, however. I think Sunday, they said the high would be 89 this Sunday, and that's a world of difference compared to these extreme triple digits we've been having lately. So, with that said, I think we're going to go for now. I don't think we're done yet. There again, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll try to be back here in a little bit. So, we're going to say goodbye for now, but hopefully we'll be back in just a few minutes.